Hello, Dave.
Hey Howard, how's it going?
It's going well, mate. It's going well. I've got I was just doing a little bit of research, not on you guys, but on the last time we spoke,
Hmm.
and it was the 16th of September, 2022.
Time
So
flies.
yeah, so 3 years and 2 days ago, and I do remember you did a very good interview job on me, asking me all about stand-up comedy.
It was
Um,
fun.
Yeah, it was. It was. I think we talked about everything but your new album at the time. And it's just one of those, isn't it?
Right.
People. The idea is we have a chat. People know there's a new album out.
There you
Check it
go.
out. And I will drop this as close as I can to the release date.
Awesome.
Congrats. I
Thank you.
mean, great album.
Thanks so much. We worked hard on it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it sounds like it, to be honest. Now, whether it's me or my ears or every individual's perception of music is different, obviously. But I don't know. I kind of found for me there's just a slight shift on this album,
Hmm.
and I more a few there's like some discordant chords in there more so than previously. Maybe I don't know. I kind of got like the kind of traditional early Voivod feel sometimes.
Hmm.
It, was that a place you meant to go to, or am I seeing something that's not there? Or what's your take on it?
Um, I mean, I certainly love Voivod. We've toured with Voivod before. They're definitely a big influence on me. I'm just, a really big fan of Dan Mongrain in general. I've given him, multiple shout outs over the years.
Yeah,
And, I will continue to shout him out because I'm a big fan. But yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to like pinpoint, I think exactly uh what the influences were because I feel like so much of it just kind of comes from more of like a subconscious uh place, you know?
yeah,
Um it's when someone else is interacting with the music, right? They're kind of getting it sort of all at once. And for me, it's much more of like a granular, like day by day, I'm working on, okay, here's a riff, and now here's this other riff, and now I'm putting them together, and now I'm thinking about the drum beats, and now I'm thinking about, jumping on a, Zoom call with Ash to kind of discuss my rhythm ideas, and now I got to think about lyrics, and then I got to write the solos, and maybe a harmony should go here. So like,
yeah,
all those different pieces are all kind of um, are happening as we're assembling the music to this, and that's doesn't even count the actual recording of the record itself, you
yeah,
know. So I guess that's the cool thing about an album is, if someone's like a metal fan or someone who's been with us for a while and is hearing it, like maybe they hear similarities, maybe they hear, brand new things. And then there's a whole other can of worms where someone this could be the very first time they're ever hearing Revocation.
yeah,
There's so many I mean, every single year there's a whole new crop of people that are just getting into metal for the first time. So, Revocation might be one of the first death metal bands they ever hear. So
yeah,
like so they don't even have any other context to put this music into, or maybe not much. So yeah, uh it's hard for me to say exactly, what songs have what sort of, influences or whatever.
yeah,
But yeah, I certainly listen to a lot of music. Voivod are an influence, as are many other bands and many other different just whole other genres. And we try to just uh, write in a way that we can coalesce all these different influences into something that's a refined product at the end of the day.
yeah, yeah. Cohesive.
Hmm.
Yeah, Yeah. And look, and being in a band myself, as you were speaking there, I was thinking, yes, it's the exact same routine for you as well, Howard, you idiot. What a stupid question.
No, no,
Uh,
not at all.
yeah, as you started breaking it down there, I'm thinking, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're in the studio in December. Some of the songs have been kicking around for like 14 months. I can't even remember how they started,
Right, right. Yeah.
you
I
know?
mean, one of the riffs on the opening track of the new record, I wrote like before like Nether Heaven even came out. It just like didn't find like a home until now, you know. So sometimes
Yeah,
it's like stuff, you write something just because a record comes out doesn't necessarily mean like all of the material was used for that record. If a riff is good and has sort of like a timeless quality to it,
yeah,
sometimes you just kind of hold on to it for a minute and then it just hasn't found where it needed to go yet. And then eventually it's like you write some riff out of nowhere and it's like, oh, boom, that will fit perfectly with this. And then the whole thing kind of comes together from there.
yeah, yeah. And funnily enough, on our a previous album, I had to take a lyric off. I had to take a line off. It just wasn't working, and it was one of my favorite lyrics on the whole album. And I've managed to crowbar it into a song now. So it's like that'll come out in 2026, but it was
Right.
written in 2017 and pulled out of the album in 2018.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how
Sometimes
it
there's
works.
sometimes you have that stuff kind of lying around that you either couldn't use or couldn't find a place for,
Mhm.
but is quality, and
Yeah,
its time will come. You know what I mean?
totally.
Yeah, it is that kind of, and I have to say, there's a, for me, there was a kind of satisfying feeling that, yeah, there you go. That's my baby, you know, like bringing it back to life, getting it off the cutting room floor and bringing it back to life is just, yeah, nothing is wasted when it comes to writing tunes.
Yeah, and even if something is more, like if it doesn't come back exactly the way it was intended, it's still kind of kicking around in your musical subconscious or creative subconscious, whatever you want to call it. So,
Yeah,
sometimes I'll write a riff, let's say, and it's not quite there, but there's something that I like about it. So maybe I'll record it knowing that it's not necessarily the final idea, but maybe it's 75% of the way there. Other times it will just be kind of more of a like a concept where I'm like, okay, this isn't the thing yet, but I'm gonna keep playing around with it. And every time I pick up the guitar, let me do like some different sort of iteration of this. This happens a lot with like licks and stuff like that too, like kind of general, ideas that might come out like, okay, this is a cool idea, and that's a cool idea, and that's a cool idea, and maybe they're all connected in some way, whether it's a technique or, maybe like a specific type of approach. And then you just start to see like, okay, cool, this starts to become very sort of modular, and I can kind of try out different things based off of, sometimes it's even just like something super basic, like, okay, I'm going to play two notes on a string and then one note on a string. And I'm just going to go like that, up and down each grouping of strings and see what different types of maybe novel patterns I can come up with just
yeah.
by thinking about something like that.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. There's a part of a song where you're looking like, I know what the groove is, and this riff has that groove, but it's kind of a placeholder for now. That's
Mhm.
not the finished thing, but that's the groove
Yep.
that you're looking for there, and then you will
Totally.
kind of work on it various iterations, like you say, to get exactly what you want.
Mhm.
Yeah, cool, cool. Are you still guitar teaching as well?
Oh yeah, yep. Um, I do that when I'm home from tour, basically, just stay busy, stay sharp. Yeah, I've actually just had a bunch of new students um, email me, probably because we have a new record coming out, and people are, I'm just kind of on people's radars more now.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of which, is there going to be a huge world tour, or are you cutting back on that side of things? I mean, you know, 8 albums deep now. Usually I'm having a conversation with somebody after 8 albums saying, yeah, well, we're going to try and cut it back a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I still feel good. I still feel, young and healthy. I'm getting up there. I mean, it's about to be the 20-year anniversary of Revocation next year, so that's like a crazy milestone. That's just sort of wild to think about. But no, I mean, we're literally. I mean, the record comes out, we go on tour for a month in the U.S. and Canada. We're home for a little bit, then we go back out to Europe. And I don't know what the spring um, or the summertime is going to bring yet, but it seems like we're starting to get some offers for festivals and stuff like that for summer of 2026. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can't put together a good world tour and just keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And the festivals become more and more key. I mean, is that would that be a European festival run, or is there kind of like a festivals kind of starting to get a little bit more frequent, or there seems to be more in the States, or is it just something that you know?
It does seem like the US is starting to have more like European style festivals over here. I don't know if they're just kind of looking at that sort of European model and saying like, oh, we could do that, as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, hey, the more opportunities for massive gatherings of live music, like the better, especially in the metal world. It's just cool to bring so many different people together, united under the banner of heavy metal. I just find that there's so many different people from different walks of life um, that are so drawn to the genre. So it's like, I don't know, it just always feels like a cool, it's like half of it, it's like a reunion where you're seeing friends you've haven't seen in a long time, and then the other half is like a cool just like meet up and like you're meeting new people.
yeah,
Maybe they've been kind of in your orbit before, but you never actually cross paths or whatever.
yeah,
Or maybe it's just a totally new person to meet, and you really kind of connect over your love of, yeah, I don't know, some random thrash metal band or something like that, or death metal
yeah,
band. That you both connect on. So yeah, no, it's great that there's more opportunities for that. So I hope they're successful, and I hope they keep going
yeah.
on.
Well, the thing is, as well, as there's so many different ways of discovering bands at festivals, and that's not just seeing bands, because I mean, most festivals over here are sort of, at least 2 days, usually 3 or 4 days, which means you're going to be in a campsite. And if you're in a campsite, you're going to be hear tunes that people are blasting as well.
Yeah,
And the amount of times you might walk past a tent and go, hang on, what's that?
yeah,
That's fucking amazing, and you end up discovering random bands because of random strangers tent that you've walked past. It's that whole community aspect where metalers are together for days on end, and it is kind of like you're all sharing your music with each other, whether you realize it or not.
right. Totally,
It
totally. Um, Even just seeing like someone wearing a crazy band t-shirt, like maybe it's a logo you've never seen before, and the artwork on the shirt's, crazy. I mean, like metal t-shirts to me are just like, I don't know, like they're like you're wearing around like a little billboard advertisement for a band that you love and want to support. So plus I've always been drawn to like that type of artwork and stuff like that. So I think it's just it's cool to throw I was in fucking the grocery store the other day, and I was just like wearing like a King Diamond shirt, and like just like this random guy who didn't look like a metal dude at all was like, "Oh my God, like where'd you get that shirt? That's so sick." Um, and I don't even necessarily know if he was into metal or not. Like I think he might have just liked the shirt, you know what I mean? But
yeah, yeah,
because it's like the artwork is just so like cool. So but maybe he was a big King Diamond fan, but he was just more like, oh, is that like vintage? And nowadays like bands are able to come out with, I don't know, I just feel like the printing of these t-shirts has gotten so fucking good too. Like you
yeah,
can it's like looks like the fucking album cover and the level of detail on some of these new prints I've been seeing. So it's everything with metal. It's
yeah.
the music, it's the look, it's the
It's the lifestyle.
the look of the artwork, the look of the band members, themselves. Like I don't know, like when you see fucking Guar, you're like, oh my God, like this is just like a spectacle. Like I want to know, like even if you've never heard metal before, like if you saw a picture of Guar, I don't know, I don't see how you like couldn't be intrigued by like what that is going to sound like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you're right. It's like back in the day when, discovering thrash, sometimes you buy an album based on. I bought the first Suicidal Tendencies album purely because people like Scott Ian wearing suicidal baseball caps.
Hmm.
And so you buy it sight unseen,
Yep.
order it from the local store, hope to get it in. And that back in the day, that was literally one way everybody was communicating new bands. And you're absolutely right. I recently wore a Slayer t-shirt, and I was in a pub, and this like Indian business dude in a suit stops me, and he goes, cool shirt. And like your experience, I was like, okay, right. And I was like, oh, thanks a lot. And he just leant into my ear and went, "Who doesn't love Slayer?"
Yeah.
I was just like, "Fucking hell, really, really, dude!" It just completely took me by surprise.
Yeah. All walks of life, young and old, all different cultures. Metal is it's just an amazing art form. Um, that yeah, it crosses all sort of boundaries and everything. So yeah, it's getting back to your point about the metal festivals. I think it's just so cool that like for example, over here we've got like Maryland Death Fest. I mean that's become something that's like was primarily like a lot of like US people would go to, but now I feel
Yeah.
like it's grown so much that I mean you get like people coming from all over the world to go to Maryland Death Fest. Whereas like, before it would be like people coming from all over the world to go to like the European festivals, which still obviously happens, but it's
Yeah.
it's cool that the US festivals are becoming so um much of like kind of like a destination for people. And it's just or like even those metal cruises, it's like you get on one of those,
Yes.
like there's fucking so many different people from all over that just are all on like a boat at sea, like listening to fucking Anthrax or something like that. It's fucking awesome to see.
Have you had a chance to do one of those cruises yet?
Yeah, we did 70,000 tons of metal
Oh,
a few
you
years ago. It was a
bastard!
lot of fun.
We've been trying to get on those for like years. I think we're going to have to like stow away and smuggle our instruments on. That's very cool. How was it?
It was awesome. It was just a total blast. Yeah, we went hard on that one. It was like, just partying, fucking like everyone's having a good time. Um, like you play two sets and then the whole rest of your day is like you just get to watch fucking awesome bands play and like drink fucking cocktails in a hot tub and there's like an unlimited buffet like that's happening 24/7. So it's pretty fun.
Oh man, is that a floating festival? That is the way forward, without a
That's
doubt.
right.
Yeah,
Now they
that's
have to
so
do one in
cool.
space now next.
Oh, don't say that. That'll be Elon Musk's next venture.
Yeah, yeah.
There'll be a metal fest on the moon.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's
Zero
that's
gravity
so cool.
rips.
Yeah, and also you have to. I mean, presumably, like you said, you go from being in a band on those because you're all on a ship. You go from being in a band to being a fan and just
Yeah.
mixing with everybody.
Yeah. It was honestly just such a blast. Everyone was having a good time. The vibes were great. Yeah, it was just so much fucking fun.
Yeah, I mean that is the stuff of dreams are made of that kind of thing. Definitely something, and it would seem that they're kind of expanding as well. I mean, initially there was just 70,000 tons of metal, and then there's various others have cropped up as well, and
Yeah.
bands doing them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the motorboat and stuff like that. It's an idea that's really kind of expanded. Um, what about sticking on festivals? Riot Fest seems to be getting a real kind of foothold as well. Certainly from a UK perspective, seem to be hearing about that more and more. Is that, is that, has that been going long? Is that something that is on your radar, or is that kind of a bit more mainstream?
Riot Fest?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've never played that one before. There's honestly just like that's a UK based festival.
No, it's a US based festival.
Oh, is it? Oh, see, yeah,
It's
there you
the
go. I
it's a
don't even know.
right. Okay. Well, that answers that question then, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. Um, so obviously moving forward, you've got the tour, you've got the album, you've got 20th anniversary. Is there anything in your kind of mind as regards that?
For the 20 year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're pretty much because that's coming 2026, I believe. So right now we're focused on just getting this new record out, touring to support that. But certainly with it also being the 20-year anniversary on the horizon, I think it'll be a good opportunity for us to kind of sort of double dip and really just kind of put some more coals on the fire there. I mean, in general, you put a record out, you still tour on that record for at least, a year and a half to 2 years, anyway, because there's just usually like
Yeah.
a good amount of gas in the tank with that. So, what we want to do is, the first couple tours we go out, we want to definitely play some new material. Of course, we'll play some older material as well, but I want to play, maybe 3 or 4 songs off the new record just to kind of really introduce people to the new material since it's nice and fresh, and I think it'll
Yeah.
be fresh in everyone's minds as well. But yeah, for our 20 year, I mean, my plan is to play certainly a song off of every single record. We can't do 2 songs off of every record at this point because we got like 9 albums out, so it's like, it'd be the, you know, revocation set that lasts, 2.5 hours long or whatever. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
we it just, we probably want to keep the set to, an hour and 15 or something like that, hour and a half. For me, like the sweet spot for this style of music is that, for headlining, like a little over an hour and 10 minutes or something like that. That feels like a good
Yeah.
amount of time to be playing fucking extreme death metal on stage, especially given the fact that there's going to be opening bands and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
all that is to say that it's going to be, I think, difficult to choose a headline set for our 20-year anniversary because so many songs that we want to play. It's like there's only so much time to do it in. So we'll have to, figure out what we want to do um off of each record. But I think it'll be a really cool opportunity to like showcase the entire discography of Revocation all in one night and play some deep cuts maybe here and there off certain records. Of course, we'll play some of the hits or or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know if we could kind of consider them hits with in a being like an underground death metal band, but for our fan base songs that people are familiar with, and yeah, just kind of curating a really cool tour package, curating a cool set list that yeah just kind of gives you a whole chronological uh, slice of Revocation, and we might even organize the set that way. I'm not sure how we
Mm.
want to lay everything out, but I mean it could be cool to literally just go chronologically in order of the set and just do it like that. Or it might be cooler to kind of mix it up, or we go backwards. We're like regressing, right? We
Yeah.
start new and then end old. So we'll see.
And it'll be a chance as well for some fans at various stages. You've got for the people who've been there since the very beginning, it's really cool. But for the people who've come in various stages, they'll get a chance to see songs played live from albums that they went back to after getting into you at a point, so they never saw you, play those tunes live.
Yeah,
So it's a
totally.
yeah,
And just, even just different things like I think it would be cool to do maybe some exclusive merch for the tours, all that kind of stuff. I don't want to give too
yeah,
much away, but I've been kind of kicking around some different ideas for the 20-year anniversary stuff, like in particular, like that would just be a way to make it kind of extra special where it's like, okay, if I go to this show, there's gonna be, some merch here that literally like I can't get unless I go to the show.
and that's the key right there. Absolutely, I completely agree. It's like, no, this stuff's not going to be available online. The only
Right.
way you can pick it up is at a show.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely the way to travel. And speaking of anniversary merch, I'm literally just signing off on 35th anniversary merch of an album of ours.
Oh wow.
Um, and yeah, I know, right? Um,
I thought I was
and-
old.
Sorry?
So I thought I was old.
Oh, dude, yeah, 55, right?
Still going, dude.
Yeah, still going. Yeah, still go. Well, you got to ride it till the wheels come off, you know?
That's right. And metal keeps us young, I feel like too. You know what I mean? It's a boisterous style of music that is very invigorating.
But like you said, it makes you when I'm on stage, I'm like 19, 20 years old again.
Right.
You know, it makes no difference to me. I have no problem singing a song for the, 600th time or whatever. I never get tired of it. I never get bored of it.
Yeah.
I never not appreciate the position,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah.
because
And it's
we're
and it's
getting
good for you should I'm sure they probably have maybe done some type of study on it, but it would be interesting to see like just the actual healing power of music. You know what I mean? Because it's like you ever like you got something, whether it's a mental thing or like, your body hurts or whatever, and like you just kind of get on stage and that like, whether it's the adrenaline or the dopamine or whatever, but
oh,
it's
it
just like
is, yeah,
everything just kind of melts away and you're in that moment and it's just like you can just feel the energy
yeah,
from the crowd and they just make you go that extra, you know,
yeah.
25% that maybe you didn't even know that you had in the tank.
Yeah, I mean, I want the study on how you can be like sat on a toilet for an hour before going on stage, just pissing out of your ass, and then you can you can walk out on stage, deliver a killer set for an hour, and then go back to the toilet.
You go right
Explain that.
back. Yep. I've been there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's an autobiographical story,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, Doctor Showbiz. Doctor Showbiz comes up, gives you a
Yeah.
shot of adrenaline. You get out there, and yeah, so you just feel great, and then it's back to feeling shit afterwards.
Gotta sweat it out.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's the key to eternal life, but it certainly doesn't hurt. I mean,
Right.
and as I was saying earlier, it's such a privilege. It's not. And I know that sounds corny and cliche, but it is because not just are you getting to do it, but and fulfill your dreams, but there's so many people you're living their dream as well because for whatever reason they were never able to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I always feel it's important to remember that because there are, let's face it, but we hear this 1,000 times, but us band members, we're all just music nerds. We're all just huge fans. We had to make music because we like listening to it so much. It's like we had to do more.
Yeah. Totally.
You know, and we're all part of that. All part of that family.
Very much so.
Yeah, cool. Hey, look, dude, it's an absolute pleasure. Great work on the album.
Thank you.
Fantastic work on the album. And like I said, I'll drop this as close to release date as possible. And thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure. Thanks so much. Good to see you again, Howard.
And you, Dave. And I will catch you in the UK when you're over.
Please, yeah, come on. It's gonna be a great show.
Will do. Cheers, man. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye bye.